everyone. Today I've got my Jungle Cruise movie review. Based on the Jungle Cruise ride at Disneyland, will this review steer you in the right direction to see it? So as far as the story goes, Jean-Claude Serra directs this Disney adventure movie about a woman who enlists the help of a boat skipper to take her to the Amazon in search of this special flower that has some kind of magical healing properties or something that could be helpful. It is a mix of several movies that I feel like a lot of people have seen by now, and if you haven't, go check them out. Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser version, and Jumanji, of course. And this action adventure movie was exactly what I expected it to be, and in the long run it was very much geared towards families and kids watching it together. And I don't even remember what I initially thought about this movie, because I don't really remember being on the Jungle Cruise ride. I'm pretty sure the last time I was at Disneyland I might have gone on it, but I just don't remember. But either way, this really did very much feel like a wild ride, and a movie that incorporated all of these different types of movie themes that you feel like, well, okay, is it been there, done that, or is this completely original? Because I thought this would technically be an original concept, and I'm wondering what other movies are they going to make that are based off of Disneyland rides. And so that'll be really interesting to see going forward. And here it did not disappoint as far as being very exciting, and I was actually really engrossed in watching it because I just thought it was fun right from the start. As far as the casting goes, Dwayne Johnson really seems to enjoy making movies like this. I mean, he's always caught in the jungle somewhere, whether it is Jumanji or Journey to the Center of the Earth 2. And at first I didn't know what to make of his character, and I didn't know how much I would end up liking him here in this movie, but he played off this strong and charismatic hero, and I thought he did it very well. His co-star Emily Blunt I thought was very charming and funny as well, and I love seeing her play in a Disney movie, and I would love to see more roles that they can give her in another Disney movie. But I really loved her chemistry with The Rock, and I think it was very Romancing the Stone, and I just think that it was just really surprising but also very impressive. Jack Whitehall, who plays her brother, was also very funny as well. And then you've got the two villains of the movie, played by Edgar Ramirez and Jesse Plemons, and I didn't feel like they were given enough screen time for me to really enjoy what their performances could have been, because I don't know, like, it was just kind of weird at times to see them playing these sort of semi-evil characters. I just wasn't as impressed, unfortunately. But Paul Giamatti was nice to see in this movie as well, so I was definitely happy about that. So the things that I liked about this movie was, obviously, I have to say, the visuals looked really beautiful and equally magical, and I'm pretty sure I brought that up in my trailer reaction video for Jungle Cruise. And I just thought it made this movie just that much more enjoyable and immersive to watch. The jokes and puns, I would have to say, I was laughing my head off watching this movie, and it's probably mostly thanks to Dwayne Johnson, who would take these people on these Jungle Cruise tours, and I almost felt like it was a nod to the actual ride, where there's all these boat puns and all these different things. And speaking of which, the moments that it did feel like the Disney attraction, I was really impressed with how exciting they made it. I almost felt like I was on the ride with them, and it was just so creative. And also, there was a twist somewhere in this movie, I won't tell you where, that I did not see coming, and I was actually not expecting there to be any kind of crazy twist at all, because I thought it was pretty much going to be this very simple plot, and there's a lot more that meets the eye with this movie. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that at one point there was this random rock music that played. Now, of course, I do love who composed the soundtrack for this movie, but the rock music just didn't seem to fit well with that particular scene that it was playing in, and it just sort of changed the whole vibe of the movie. So I was like, really? It's so crazy to see that here, because it just didn't seem to work. And the movie is a little over 2 hours long, but it did feel like it was dragging on a bit. The one major complaint I had about this movie was the overabundance of CGI, and it just took me out of the movie at times, even though I did like seeing that big kitty in the movie. It was just a really cute companion, but other than that, I was just like, why is there so much CGI going on that I just feel like, what part of this movie actually was set, shot on location? So overall, I would say that this movie was still enjoyable. I probably would see it again just because it was really exciting and funny, and I loved the cast. So I would highly recommend seeing this movie. I think families and kids would definitely enjoy this movie. So it was definitely an unexpected surprise. So I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Jungle Cruise, and as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.